All right, so before I finish the studio off, I made a video that I was reluctant to release because it was a rumor I had heard, so I kind of made a prediction. And then I said to myself, I don't know if I can talk about this. I don't know if I can talk about this. So I was hesitant to do it. But now I've heard a few more things. So what I would like to do now is share with you a video about Steve Perry coming back to Journey and how it's going to happen. This video was made before Christmas, so check it out, and maybe you'll see where I'm coming from on this very enlightening video, how this is going to happen. Welcome back to the Sea Champagne Radio Show. Welcome back, I Love Music Army. Welcome back, Journey fans, Steve Perry fans from around the globe, and anybody interested in Steve Perry coming back to Journey, or those people that are naysayers saying he will never come back. This guy's out of his mind. Thank you for watching the show, and I'm going to tell you, I'm about to drop a bombshell here, because for those people that have followed me for years and years and years and years on the show have known that I have been right about many musical predictions in my career. And I'm going to be right about this one. And it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And what I mean by that is how fast what I'm going to tell you is going to happen depends really upon you. And we'll go through that in just a second here. But first, let's briefly say this. Why is Steve Perry not in Journey now? Does anybody know the real reason why? Does anybody know the real reason? Because I know the real reason. There's a lot of people, they do all this chirping and talking, and it's all this. I know the real reason, okay? And I'm going to tell you the real reason he's not in Journey right now. And it ain't a feud or anything like that. It's anxiety, stress, and pressure. When you have been at the top of the mountain, so to speak, like Steve has. I mean, one of the greatest singers, one of the greatest performers, greatest frontmen, definitely in the history of rock music. The stress and pressure of having to sing and perform those songs, especially at the age he's at now, night after night, week after week, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's almost impossible, if not impossible. I mean, really, that's just really what it is. And who wants all that stress and pressure put upon you? That's the real reason. It's not the money. It's not the feud. He knows that he cannot be what he was at 25, 30 years old and 35 years old. 40 years old. And I get that. I don't have a problem with it, but I know how he can and will come back to Journey. I know why he will. I mean, he's making money now off the band. He's not in the band, but money's not the big object. But I'm going to tell you now how he's going to come back and why he will come back. And it's very, very simple. No one's ever thought of this. This is the amazing part. No one's ever thought of this. Not one podcast, not one, Howard Stern, Eddie Trunk. You could go on and on with these national guys that got syndicated shows that got heard all over the world. Not one person, not one magazine has ever suggested this. Not one person. But I'm going to suggest it, and I'm going to tell you why and how it will happen. Are you ready? Better hold on to your seat here, because when I tell you this, you're going to go, yeah, this guy's right. And that is this. Journey Unplugged. That's right, Journey Unplugged. And this is why it will work. It will solve every problem. And here are the problems that it will easily solve. Number one, if you rework the songs, the hits that they've already done, 12, 13, 15 songs at the most, you have these songs reworked. Steve does not have the pressure of having to hit these astronomically high notes that he used to sing. You know that they're talented enough as a band to, and how great Neil Sean can play an acoustic guitar, how they can rework the song or songs, and just change them. There will be, look at what Eric Clapton did with Layla. You remember that in the Unplugged series? Look what Rod Stewart, first song, Hot Legs. Didn't sound nothing like the original Hot Legs. The Eagles with Hotel California, how they changed it. How there's so many artists that did the Unplugged series, they changed all these songs. And if they change the songs, he won't have to sing those notes. He could sing it differently because it'll be, the same thing, only different, if you will. A new version of an older song. And they really don't have to do the hits, all of them, if they don't want to. That's number one. That'll solve the money problem with Jonathan Cain and Neil Schon, because you know how much money is going to come in if they do this. Do you have any idea? And if they film it, you don't think ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, Hulu, Netflix, HBO, Cinemax, every station in the world is going to want to buy the rights to this performance that they would do, this one-off? Are you kidding me? It would be one of the biggest musical events in the history of music. I mean, you talk about, if you knew on, let's just say this. Let me just say this. If you knew November 16th, I don't care what date it is, I'm not even looking at a calendar, that Steve Perry was going to be on with Journey live on HBO or any station, you wouldn't be tuned in. The whole world would be watching. I mean, it would be a global sensation. But this is why you are a big part of this. First off, they found Arnell on YouTube. That's what they did. They were looking on YouTube. They were listening. They were trying to figure things out. It's got to get in their ear. And the way it's going to get in their ear is from you. This suggestion no one's ever suggested, none of these national people have ever suggested, has got to get in their ear. Jonathan Cain, Neil, Steve, somebody's got to hear it. Their manager, that new manager they got, who said big changes are coming. Remember that? Big changes are coming. It's got to get in their ear. And how's it going to get in their ear? By liking this video, subscribing to this channel, sharing this video on social media pages that you have, to where it's going to, let's get it viral. If this video goes viral, if this suggestion goes viral, they will do it. Remember how many people said never? Axl Rose, no way we're going to do this. Van Halen, impossible. But they did. They came back. Everybody, we're calling it quits. We're not doing this. But they came back because something went viral and the money was offered. And I'm telling you right now, as sure as I'm sitting in this chair, as sure as you're watching this video, if this goes viral, if this happens, if this idea gets put out there, you're going to hear Eddie Trunk talk about it. You're going to hear Howard Stern talk. You're going to hear everybody talk about this, and it's going to get in their ear. And then something will happen. I promise you. I've been right about a lot of things in the music industry, and I'm telling you, I'm right about this. I feel it. The universe is talking to me and told me to make this video. And that's why I made it. Yeah, so what do you think about the Steve Perry thing? I mean, is this, in the scope of, I know it's pretty red in the background here, but this is the Chiefs' day. They won the Super Bowl. Usher did not, in my opinion. So I got to wear red for the Chiefs and do the whole red thing there to celebrate the Super Bowl, one of the biggest things of the year. Now, we do have some other things that we want to discuss on today's show. And if you have something you want us to talk about in next week's show or future shows, please make sure you drop a comment down there, and we'll be glad to try to touch on that subject as soon as we possibly can.